We put out a G3 watch right in the middle of the range, about 36 hours before the CME arrived here at Earth. That got upgraded to a G4 watch. That's the top watch we put out. We don't do a G5 watch. That was done 24 hours before the storm arrived here at Earth. That's incredible. The last time we put out a G4 watch was in the year 2005. At that intensity, those severe and extreme levels, they induce currents that don't belong there onto the power grid. That gets onto these lines and that can overheat transformers and damage them to the point of no repair where they'd have to get replaced. And that's just the power grid. So for 24 hours plus, we were constantly engaged with the power grid of North America, and they were sweating it out, but they were mitigating the issue.
What are some of these long-term, life-threatening impacts of the power grid going down or satellites not being operable?
Yeah, it's critical, right? We take everything for granted. Our water system, that we turn on the faucet in our house, that relies on electricity and pressures that are worked with that. Think about the traffic lights. Those would not be functioning. Airports would be shutting down. I mean, the implications, refrigeration, right, would go down. And there's massive stores of refrigeration that the government has for emergency response. And we have so many catastrophic terrestrial weather events or man-made events these days. They have these to respond.
I've heard some scientists say that we're overdue for that sort of event.
Emily, I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say that we are overdue because we are. There's been a lot of work done over the last 10 to 20 years around the world, global efforts, not so much about strengthening the grid or strengthening satellites. Some of this just can't be done without enormous cost, but they're ready. They have plans. They have actions. We have support. We can safely say that the storm in May was the most successfully mitigated extreme space weather storm in history.